Mic check, mic check. There we go. It's so, OBS is so frustrating sometimes. So frustrating. It's like you could have all your default sort of settings and what you want to use for your microphone, and you could have it all hooked up. But I swear, every time you launch the software, it's like you have to like toggle it back and forth to get it to work. Anyways, any old hoodles, any old hoodles. Let's get this thing. Let's get this thing popping. I need a clean Bitcoin chart. I need a clean Bitcoin chart. I need to start there. This appears to work fine. All right. Weekly. Let's go weekly. I'm sure you guys probably saw this, but yeah, weekly market structure remains. I'm not going to draw the whole thing. Remains bullish um, above this point right here. Still bullish, meaning that it could return all the way to there and maintain its bullish structure. Right, it could literally come all the way back here for a run at that, and that would maintain its overall uptrend without breaking it on the weekly, which is good to know. I think that's good to know. There's this little weekly order block that I've been talking about for some time. I have expressed that I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but it's there nonetheless. So we're gonna see if it plays. And then our next demand starting down here a little bit lower. Yeah, yeah, these guys. Where am I going with this? Why did I want to go on the weekly again? I remember now. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. So you got this guy, which is like internally, it's a slight break of structure. It's internal because it has no relevance to this structure point or this structure point. It is internal to those, right? So it's really only referring to this leg of price right here, not this leg of price here, not this one, only this one, this local one right here. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not too concerned about it. I gotta admit, I'm not too concerned about it. It does not seem like a very significant break to me. Just the amount at which we are below this low. 5% there. What did it come down from this guy? This initial one that we set here. 4%, 5%. I mean, we came a similar amount below this low and, had a pretty bullish reaction off. I don't know, whatever. I'm just not too concerned about it. But that doesn't mean that, I'm wrong and price doesn't just absolutely grenade. Could do that. But here's a key thing that I'm looking for. I'm just going to go over this morning and then we'll go, kind of look at some local price action, answer any questions you guys have, and then we'll move on, right? Um, okay, I want to be on the 4 hour. I want to be on the four. All right, so on the 4 hour, let's use this guy. Let's just come from here to here to here to here, and then from here to here to here. Yep, that's going to do it, right? So we had our uh, that 4 hour break right there, which was a gnarly one, which supported the overall structure flow from the top down. It was just following that same structure flow. Can't bring us above the last external high right here. Um, Sorry, I get ahead of myself. All right, so we have this. So we still have not too much has changed on the chart since the last time I was on Friday. We still have our strong high in the 4 hour right here, strong high, and we still have our weak low on the 4 hour right here, weak low. Okay, um, we have a little bit. We have this section of demand right below us to help hold up this low right here, right? Our weak low. Just because it's weak doesn't mean it has to be broken. Now, anyways, let's get to what I'm hoping for. I know a lot of people that hold Bitcoin, and so I'm having wishful thoughts for them right now. And that wishful thought is an accumulation range, right? So I want to see it come up. I want to see it come down. Whatever it's doing in here, I want to see it sweep this low one more time. That one right there. And then I just want to see it make a run for the high of the range. I don't care if it clears it. I just want to see it make a run. Let's do it this way. If I could be to be objective about it, I want it over. Let's just get our price labels on here. Where are they? Prices. I want it over 56,154, right? I just want to see it take a run up into the top of this range some here. Maybe a little higher. Call it 57, right? I want to see it take a run up towards 57 or so. And then one of two things I want to see happen after that. Let's draw the first one first. The other one is it's going to come down. It's going to take the low again, giving us our 1, 2, and 3, right? And it's okay if this. It's okay if this low. What happened? It's okay if this low comes all the way down into demand. That doesn't bother me at all. But then a sweep of this low again right here, for then a move up to crack the top of the range here. That's option number one. That would be a Model 1 accumulation. Option number two is we come down, we sweep the low again, we come up, we have some manner of a retracement, we come up again, likely at least cracking these highs here, but it's okay to actually even reject off of those. Come back down, hit our last point of demand for the spring. So this is your third tap on a Model 2 accumulation for your spring. Model 1 accumulation would come down, sweep that low one more time for your spring there. I'm on high alert for this. I have no idea whether it's going to happen, right? But I'm on high alert for that. If that does happen, well, then I really think we're going to take a run at this high. And then we get to find out good or bad news, right? Because I still say if we crack that high, with confidence, this is not going to cut it for me. That's probably not going to cut it for me. I want to see something like that, right? And specifically, I guess I want to see that on the daily. I guess on the daily, that all of a sudden looks a little more than I need. I would say something along these lines. Body candles around 64,700-ish or so. Yeah, and then after that, again, price is welcome to return and retrace for further continuation up. But those are just those are the signs that I'm going to be looking for to see if we have a significant bottom put in at this local area that we're at right now. Those are the signs that I am going to be watching for. All right, let's get in a little closer to this ugly crap show of a chart. All right, so price didn't end up rejecting from here, which is what I was looking at on Friday. I did catch an SL right there. And, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't regret taking that trade. It met a lot of my criteria, so I'm not going to boo-hoo about that. But why didn't it reject it from there, right? Like, those are always the questions I ask. Anytime I lose a trade, I'm like, well, what happened? What did I miss, right? What did I miss? Well, I missed this 4-hour order block with imbalance. I missed it, right? I missed that. I was looking at the supply that essentially comprises these wicks right here. and thinking, hey, it doesn't have to come up from here. It can go down from here. I had a local break. I went for it, I lost. No big deal. But it's good to know that I missed something, right? And then that something did end up mitigating and it did provide a significant reaction. Now, the interesting thing to me, this is quite an odd move. This is still in the middle of what I would consider an odd move. So you have your strong high right here on the 4 hour. We had our order block with imbalance coming into it. We break 15-minute structure coming out of it. I mean, that would be very expectational for me. Would have been to have achieved that prior to coming back. See, this is very weird. It's a very interesting move because if you look, you come back here and I mean, whether you call it there, you can actually call it lower too. That's a clear break in structure, right? And so now we have these opposing um, signals on the chart where this indicates that price should be putting in lower lows and lower highs until it comes down to this, but then this overrides that. This overrides that, right? But yet we come back up into this same sort of area here, and we're experiencing a fairly significant sell off from it. I mean, that's a few percent down this morning, right? Yeah, like 6% or something like that. Like that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. And so let's see here. This trade, I think we've already got that in our folder. Um, yeah, I have more to say on this subject. Yeah, we did have that in there. Cool. I have more to say on this subject. So I need to clean some of this stuff up. I think I need to clean up like majority of this. No, I want you to go away. Yeah, no, done with you. Done with you. Really and truly. Well, I guess you can hang out for a little bit. Um, okay. Yeah. 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 Now I have my brains back. My brains are back in the cockpit now. I think if this were to have occurred, say, where's my macro range low? This dotted line right here, right? Had that occurred up here, it would have had the exact same reaction that it did up there. In other words, it just slammed you right down to the low, right? So we get the same thing here. We don't slam right down to the low. I think that is literally just because price is in such a discounted setting right now, um, as far as the range is concerned, that yeah, there's just a lot of bullish momentum down here. So market structure isn't playing as clean as it should, and I think that's yeah, I may live to regret this statement, but let me hop back out to the daily here. Um, Let me put on my range tool, which is just a fib with the. It's just a fib. That's all it is. I want to go to that low there, right? And then we go to here, and we say here and here. Okay, so sorry, this is a little bit of a messy chart, but we're looking at this number right here, this 25% to 0% line. Um, it just gets risky shorting below this. It just gets risky. Your targets are closer, first of all, but it just gets risky, man. When things are down here this low, even the market structure could seem to be really clear. We can see it. Just it's acting wonky. From my opinion, it's acting wonky, and I think that is just quite literally because it is in such a discount setting that even though market structure can be very, very clear, people just they just get bullish down here. Yeah, which I don't blame them. Whatever. I don't blame them. So, what does all of that mean when it comes into planning trades? I think for me, let's see here. This demand to me has already done its job, so it's already over there, and this is only relevant to there. Okay, so we have an SFP of this, which indicates weakness on this. Do we really think that's going to hold prior to ultimately coming down into an area like this? Probably not. Probably not. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you do have a, well, God, see, this is so funky because really and truly, I take a couple of those things I just said back. You need to SFP this level to make this week, not this, not that. I mean, now an SFP of this could absolutely return you to here. It just isn't as clear of a signal to me. It's just not as clear of a signal. Why did we bounce the other day? Um, Probably because of that guy, right? Um, So that's mitigated. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I want absolutely nothing to do with a trade between here and here. No, I don't want anything to do with that. And I don't even think I want anything to do with a trade here or here. I think I think I'm gonna play this a little on the safer side, and I'm gonna wait for this. Yeah, I'm absolutely still waiting for that. It seems very logical. Um, damn it. Yeah, man. See, I don't know because this is a problem right here. I just see this as a problem. This range low. It's like every time the price is like above here, every time the price is near here, it's like people want to try and push it up. I don't know. I love ranges. Love hearts and emojis on my ranges. But this one is giving me sketchy, suspicious vibes. I like that. I don't want to play with anything inside of this. Um, yeah, so let's see here. I will I will say let's check the range high for some action. Um, really looking for market structure shifts anywhere inside of this general zone from yeah, like probably oh I guess I should put prices on it or whatever. Let's call it oh, I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know if I love this zone. No, I don't know if I love that zone at all. I shouldn't delete it. It'll probably be the one that works when you delete it. It's always the one that works when you delete it. Um, man, see, I don't like as much as like strong high, weak low, high of the range, supply above it. Like, let's go, right? I don't know, man. I don't. I just let me just put it this way. It's a logical place, from my opinion. That's a logical place to make a trade. Having said that, shorting down here, I think, is very risky. I think it's very risky. Hmm. Yep, I do. Okay, sorry. I was paying way too much attention to the chart. Haven't looked at chat. I'm hoping for another buying opportunity at 53,485. 53,485. Yeah, that seems reasonable. 53. I mean, I'm on the Binance chart. I think I'm a little bit lower than that. 53,485. I mean, to me, if you get 50, well, whatever. We're arguing about the low at that point, right? Which David Brumbelow, yeah, I would agree. I think you're going to have that opportunity. Top of the morning, Alex. Good morning, Vegas Miner. Who else we got in here? Do I have any? Yeah, dog is officially better today, but was basically just shitting blood for 2 days. It was unpleasant. I did not sleep much, but much better today. Let's see here. Signs everywhere. There's signs. Profitable, but price was not doing what I wanted it to. Yeah, this is an odd reaction to me. Yeah, there's demand down here, but I don't know. It's an odd reaction for me. Uh, You got to make out the same BTC conference 2024 national. Always got to be fit. Okay, cool. All right, I'm caught up. All right, so I guess I'm going to pop over, take a look at the DXY real quick, see if it is still presenting in a bearish manner. It is, and it hasn't even returned to mitigate anything. So interesting. I mean, let me put it this way. I still let's get that off because that's not currently targeted right now. Um, I think an area like this, if not this, or is kind of what the DXY is hunting out right now. Having said that, though, with this unmitigated action on top of it, it could rise up for mitigation prior to a fall. Just a moment. I need to take a call. Mute